Start new recording. Start new recording. There we go. Okay, welcome back. I know it's been like 5 months since my last video, but I'm finally getting around to Omnom. These guys are a pain in the ass to learn, so I'm going to just give you a bit of a shortcut. This layout's working better than I initially thought it would, by the way. But basically, some starting little bits about Omnom. I'm actually going to go back to dig mode real quick. I'm going to lay out a little path here and kind of show you the kind of do's and do nots, basically. So we're going to throw... This is the wrong button. We're going to throw one down about here, and the way they work is they will randomly pick a direction to move, and unless they hit a dead end, they will never go backwards. So every time it hits like two adjacent blocks, it's like a 50-50 split where it'll go. It's kind of like it kind of like treats every intersection like a wall in the same way Slime Moss does. These are stronger than it, so it's probably a dead bug walking. Yeah, see right there. Like the only reason it ever turns back around is because it hits a dead end. I don't know if it wants to try to follow the path it previously set. I also don't know if they try to prioritize where to go based on where food is. It doesn't seem to be the case, because if I pop like a massive hole down here, it should, unless the game wants to spite me, just kind of wander aimlessly. Yeah, I know they're fucking slime moss there, so that's kind of gonna throw some things around, but whatever. Yeah, see, okay, I'm assuming I'm right. So yeah, they'll just kind of wander aimlessly. Every block with like another couple blocks next to it, basically qualifies as an intersection for them. So they will either, like if he was coming down from here, he would go down, and then he'd choose to either go left, right, or further down, and then repeat that process until he hits a wall. In which case he'll choose from any available direction that isn't right behind him. And if he hits a dead end, that's like the only time he'll actually just turn around. The only other exception is if a hero attacks them from behind, but it has to be a melee hero, and chances are, like, you don't have to worry about monsters having a turn around to attack in this game. They like snap turn immediately, same as heroes do. That's a story for later, but basically those are the only situations in which it turns around. Once they eat enough, they will pupate, assuming that they are on a tile that is, like, got at least 2 dirt blocks next to it. Doesn't matter if they're above and below, or, like, side to side. It needs also a certain health threshold to do it, alongside a certain number of nutrients. But it won't, it'll be kind of picky. I actually didn't realize how slowly Omnom health ticked down for starvation. We're gonna keep that there while we're explaining shit. Any second now he'll fucking pupate. The one up there starved. There we go. So it's at least 19 food for a pupa. For this guy at least. It could be that like his health was just too low to start pupating. He's probably gonna die because the lower level, the lower level in Omnom is the longer their pupil stage takes. So you don't want to get this situation where you have a lot of, you know, higher level slime moss than you do Omnom. A general rule of thumb is that your predators need to be the strongest things in the area. I'll throw out that fucking monsters don't just eat their prey species, they'll eat any monster of the same species that is weaker than them if they get hungry. Hell, if they get hungry enough, they'll eat like a larval stage of their predator, like a Omnom that are hungry. If they're next to a lizard egg, they'll just eat the egg. This works surprisingly well for just, you know, corralling Omnom in one spot. I'm gonna have to give it some more time before we do anything about that. Anyway, okay, we'll throw an Omnom in here. That way we can start talking about the Omnom fly. Oh, well, hang on. I wanna throw some slime moss in here, that way they have something to eat. Okay, now dig. I had it as like a 13. Okay, he just didn't have enough fucking prep time, basically. While we're waiting for him to hatch, we're gonna spawn some more. um, slime moss. So whenever they reach an Omnom fly state, oh, by the way, they don't like lose health. They don't starve while in pupa state while they're pupating, which is good to know. But also they can't do anything. So whenever it becomes an Omnom fly, as soon as it has the right amount of nutrients, which I do not know, it will just pop down another Omnom, and then that Omnom will like continue the process. Omnom flies are, as you can see, healthier. They're faster and they hit harder. Um, they're also the first monster that we're interacting with that has the fertility stat, which I think is just telling you how many offspring a particular monster will produce at maximum, unless certain like requirements are met. So their fertility will reset if they kill a hero, if they eat a magical mushroom, I think, or if they eat a mandragora fruit. We just need to get this guy. A standard Omnom fly should have a fertility value of 6, and that's assuming I'm even fucking right about the damn thing. It's hard to tell sometimes. What else is there? Oh, Omnom that are out of control will single-handedly cripple your entire fucking dungeon. So, this is only working because I keep slapping down slime moss. It does not work very well otherwise. I suppose a principle I should glance off real quick, at least, is to think of all your monsters not as a usage of resource, but as just a living version of it. So, like, our total resource in the dungeon, for example, like all the nutrients that these guys have been transferring about for each other, it's not lost. It's inside the monsters. They just all have different varying stages of it based on what they are, what they do, and if they've eaten. So, you know, in this case, the Omnom fly is currently holding the most nutrients, I think, out of anyone in the dungeon. No, it's this pupa. Well, about to be an Omnom fly. Just throw some more in here. That's not where I can slap shit down. Yeah. Why you only throw down one then? I don't know. Monsters also become more reliable, just in general. You can kind of understand their behaviors better whenever they're higher level. That's why you don't have lower level Omnom than you do Slime Moss, because now our current top predator is crippled. I think a good way to do Slime Moss, or Omnom rather, is to have little pathways that they can duck into and out of, without messing up your Slime Moss like pathing. It's easier said than done, but it's just something worth note, I think, could potentially work. Oh, and the blocks do have to be directly adjacent for the for them to go into a pupa. It can't be like this. They have to be like directly slapping the actual sides of the box. That guy is a pure slime, which gets into mutation, which is fucking this screen that I showed in the last video. Which, as you can see, a lot of information taken at once. Still going to give it to that on a later at a later point. What else is there to talk about? So we've covered. Sorry. We've covered pupating. We've covered pathing in all of its random fucking annoyance. It took me months to learn that one alone. We've pretty much covered Omnom flies. I guess the only thing I can really say is that's the wrong button. I keep pressing the wrong thing. I'd recommend visiting the almanac. Oh, actually, while we're here, I'll fucking just check the Omnom. Make sure I'm right. So standard Omnoms themselves, yeah, have a fertility rating of nothing because they can't reproduce as a standard Omnom. The Omnom fly has a fertility of 3. Okay, so it goes up as they level up. Okay, cool. That's actually useful. I didn't realize that. I guess to glance off mutation real quick, you can level up manually using dig points up to level 4. There is a level 5 mutation for everything other than water monsters and demons, but well, everything other than water monsters, demons, and likely some special nutrient mana soil mix monsters that I'm unaware of, on top of like fossils, mimics, shit like that. Dragons, I don't think dragons have anything above level 4 technically for any of them. Uh, but there is a level 5 mutation that can only be achieved through stress. Like you can go, like you can level up, level up, level up, and then level 5 is locked behind a stress barrier. So if you're going to be, if you want to unlock a new one, either pop in here to Badman's dungeon and just manipulate the shit out of the situation to get what you want, or get good at the video game and hope that while you're playing organically, it'll just appear. Which I mean, it likely would eventually, but Badman's dungeon is where you can just figure things out and manipulate shit in your favor. Um, I'm pretty sure I had a lot of really convoluted names for the fucking mutation types in the previous video. So just to clear that up for later, it's standard. Anything that goes from starving is an abnormal. And then anything, or sorry, this is from predation. My bad. Abnormals are predation, usually. And then these are giant monsters, which are achieved through starvation. Uh, Giants are they're easier to like kill things with and tank damage with, but I find them harder to actually manage. So just personally, I actually don't remember what a Buzzy Boozy is. I think these are from if Omnom are getting eaten by like or getting killed by like dragons. Hang on, whatever. That's neither here nor there. I just wanted to throw that in there. Uh, Glanced off the nutrient topic. I don't think there's anything else I can really talk about that, I can actually display reliably. Um, though I suppose you can start seeing how, this can get really out of hand if you're not careful. It's already basically getting out of hand, and I'm, like, realistically, these guys have only been here for, like, 30 seconds in force. So the next one we'll talk about Lizardmen, because I'm pretty sure I'm done here. So, see you then.